What is up, guys? It's Mike here, and today we are looking at Series 15 or Mix 15 of Spinmaster Monster Jam 2021 Dirty to Clean Doubles. Alright, so we finally found the complete set of Mix 15 of the Dirty to Clean trucks, and this is a pretty solid set, pretty good set. So right in front of you we have the Poodle monster truck, and we have the Husky monster truck. So we have now officially all the dogs, I believe. I think the only one, maybe it was an earlier set, but I cannot remember for the life of me if Monster Mutt was made. However, it is a pretty strong set. It's a pretty nice set, too. So we have the first pack, which is the dog pack. We also have two trucks that are yellow, which is interesting because last year we had a pack that was actually canceled, and it had higher education in it. So kind of interesting. I can't wait to see that. That one comes with El Toro, which I feel like we've been getting a lot of El Toros lately with the 5-pack, with the Mix 18 one, and just overloaded with El Toros. However, it is the first time this year we are seeing higher education. Now, depending on the area that you lived in, this could be the first pack that you saw higher education, or if you were lucky enough to get Mix 18, I believe it was, had higher education in it, and it does have a new tooling, so that's pretty nice. Then we are seeing Whiplash, or W, once again. We are seeing Mohawk Warrior, and one cool truck, we are now seeing Gravedigger once again, and also Alien Invasion, which Alien Invasion we haven't really seen that much this year of, only really in the Stars and Galaxies, but I'm glad to see that truck is back because that should look really good with the Dirty to Clean. Gravedigger looks pretty good, and one thing I do like about these packs is on the top here you can see where they get dirty. Now, these trucks, sometimes they are very, it depends on the temperature of the room. So, obviously with it being winter now, the trucks get dirty when it's cold and they get clean when it's hot. So, if you go to Walmart or Target and you pick these up and they don't look like they're dirty, it's just because the temperature in the room is hot. But other than that, these things should look pretty good. And the last series, Series 14, the dog trucks look pretty good, all besides Rottweiler, but as you can tell, these dogs are white on the front, and I really feel like the Dirty to Clean set does perfect with the trucks with the lighter colors. So with that being said, let's crack this thing open, dip them in some cold and hot water, and see what we get. Alright, and here they are, the dog trucks out of the package, and you can tell they look a little different because I did soak them in water for a couple minutes, and you can really see the dirt and grime that's on these trucks in the beginning here, especially on their front. The teeth, that's one thing I actually really like about the dog trucks. All the dog trucks actually have a lot of dirt and grime on their teeth, which is really nice. And they also have it on the nose. So they have it everywhere on the nose, a little on the hood, which is nice. On the side right here, now obviously with Poodle, this piece is an insert. It's a plastic insert, so there's no dirt on the Poodle hair, which is, I'm okay with it. We got some dirt back here on the tail, it looks. Well, not on the tail, but near the butt, or tailgate, if you will. And that's pretty cool. So obviously they can't put the dirt on the plastic inserts, and I'm okay with that. All these trucks do have a brown chassis with black roll cage. However, I think Gravedigger might be different. And now looking at Husky, it has the same dirt on the nose as well, the dirt on the teeth. I mean, overall, it looks pretty good. I really think the dog trucks really do a great job with the Dirty to Clean. You can really see it on the collar here, how the collar's really that dirty blue. You can see it on where it says Monster Mutt. I mean, it looks really tremendously done with the dog trucks, and any color that's really a light colored truck looks really good. And once again, these tires are not a solid black color. They're kind of like a dirty, kind of brownish, blackish, which is nice. I like how Spinmaster did that. And what I'm going to do for this video is, with the trucks right here, instead of doing it off camera, I have the tank of hot water right here. So what we're going to do first is we're going to move these trucks out of the way, and we're going to bring in the boiling hot water right here. These things are actually made for food, but they work just as good. And now we're going to take Poodle, as you guys saw how dirty the truck was, and we're going to raise the camera up a little bit so you guys can see what happens, and we're going to make this truck clean. So as you see the dirt on the hood, watch the teeth. Look at that, it's like a night and day difference. Wow, you can really see how much that truck cleaned up. So we're going to soak them for a minute so it absorbs the heat. And that's the one reason why I like these. I really, really like these. I personally think the Dirty the Clean trucks might be a little better than the Reveal the Steel, just because on some of those it was hard to tell, but these it's really not that bad. So we're going to actually let Poodle soak there for a minute or two. And now we're going to take in Husky, and as you see, Husky has that dark teeth and everything. We're going to dip him right next to Poodle. And look at that, it's like a night and day difference. We're going to move Poodle out of the way, drop him in, and you can see he has pearly white teeth. Now we're going to let these trucks soak for about a minute or two, take them out, and review them. Alright, so the trucks are back in the studio, and they look brand new, nice, clean. You can't even tell it was a Dirty the Clean truck. Very nice job on the dog trucks, at least. These look, all of them look good. I would say Rottweiler is probably the least good looking one when it comes to dirty and clean, but I really love how Husky really cleaned up. These trucks look nice. You can't even tell if they were a Dirty the Clean truck, which is really nice. I think Spinmaster is getting better with the trucks that come out later, obviously as time goes on. Spinmaster has proven to be better down the road. So I think with these two, honestly, these might be the best ones in this pack. You can see Poodle is really clean, and these trucks now have pearly white teeth. So yeah, they look really clean. You can't even really tell it was a Dirty the Clean truck. That's nice. So now, with these two done, let's move on to the very next pack. Alright, so the next pack is one I'm actually really looking forward to, and it's not just because higher education has a brand new casting for this year, but this is also the first time we are seeing higher education in 2021. It could, well, I would say it could be this is your first time seeing it, or if you were lucky enough to get Mix 18 in your area, then you got it before this. I mean, it really depends. Sadly, I live on the East Coast, and we get everything that's about a month behind the West Coast. So, you know, this is the first time I'm seeing it, so I can't wait. The other thing is, last year, if you guys remember, one of the mixes only came out with 3 packs. And one of the two trucks that were supposed to be in that one mix was actually Higher Education and Brodozer. And there was an issue with the yellow paint with the Dirty the Clean where it wasn't popping up, it wasn't showing, it wasn't doing anything. So that's also another reason why I'm eager to see this. Not just because it's the first time we're seeing Higher Education, but we actually have 2 yellow trucks, 2 different shades of yellow. So I can't wait to see what they actually look like here. And yeah, so I can't wait to see it. These things, this was actually the first pack I found of this, so it's pretty cool. So enough of that being said, let's actually crack this thing open and actually take a nice hard look at Higher Education's brand new casting. Alright, so here they are out of the box, and it's pretty nice to see Higher Education actually came with a different little plastic insert here for the back of the truck. First, I want to just review Mr. El Toro. Now, this is the same El Toro that is in mix 19 or 18. It's one of those 2 mixes, I believe. It just has purple rims. So it's nice to see now we had basically every single form of El Toro Loco in a Reveal the Steel form and a Dirty the Clean form. So it's nice to see all 3 versions of that truck is actually made into a double pack with a gimmick, I believe. Now, these trucks have been sitting in a pretty warm area, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to have El Toro sit in some cold water to make it actually change. If you guys just want to see it one last time before it gets in there, because right now, you know, with this group of trucks, with Series 15, usually you can tell where the truck is going to turn colors, where it's going to show the dirt. And it's actually looking like it's a little harder to tell where it's going to show it. So these trucks are obviously sitting in some warm weather, or by heater actually, and the dirt's not there. So let's take El Toro. I'm going to let him soak for a bit so he gets some dirt on him. And now we're going to look at the truck I'm really looking forward to. So, Higher Education. The truck that came out, the last time we saw this truck, I don't even think we saw it in 2020. We saw it in 2019 in a double pack, and then we saw it this year in a singles for 18 or 19, and now we're seeing it here. And there was a lot of, I guess, a lot of people weren't happy with the casting because how the door was. And yes, we did see it again, I think, in 2019 as a inverse truck, the black one, the black and white, or the black and yellow one, which was pretty cool. But honestly, I like this casting a lot better. I like how the door is right there. Now, the truck is heavy. This is definitely one of the heaviest castings that Spinmaster makes, and that's okay. The truck is a little updated. I like how the window is a little better. See, I have to find the first one from last year. If you guys are lucky enough to have the first one and you can compare it, you can see a little better. But the truck does feel heavy. It doesn't feel as heavy as the one from 2019. It does say higher education on the side. The stop sign looks to be a little thicker. It looks like you can't even really bend the stop sign without breaking it. And overall, the truck looks a lot better. It really does. I'm going to have to find my higher education from 2019 because that one, obviously, if you guys watched the racing series from back then, that truck dominated everything because of the weight. But that one's in the storage bin with the other trucks, so I got to find that one and compare it when I do this Mix 18 review. Or 19, I think it's 18. But, yeah, let's drop this guy in the water. As you can tell, there's no dirt on this truck. And I'm looking at it here. I can't even see the paint where it's going to actually turn colors. So let's dump him in the cold water with El Toro and see what happens. Alright guys, so we have Mr. Higher Education soaking a little more, and I can definitely see why yellow could have been a problem with these from Spinmaster. I mean, I had El Toro soaking for about 15-20 minutes, and you can kind of see the dirt. You can see the dirt where it says El Toro and on the flames, but it is pretty hard to actually see it on the yellow paint. You can see it in the front here, basically by the mouth of the bull, on the whisker or the beard or hair, whatever you want to call it right there, and you can kind of see it on the sides. Now, yellow, I mean, it's a bright color. I don't know if they just couldn't get it right. I mean, it's there. You can definitely see it. You can see it above the teeth, the dirt. There's none on the actual hood of the truck. You can see it kind of around the windscreen. If you look between the horns right here on the eyebrow, you can see it as well. So it is there. It's a little hard to tell. Now, one thing I'm going to do with El Toro here, looking at the tailgate, there's a little bit of dirt on the tailgate as well. So it's not that bad. I still think the dog trucks are a little better. But I'm going to move El Toro real quick out of the way, and we're going to place in the hot tub of water. And I'm going to try my best to get this as best as I can here to see if maybe we can see where the truck is going to get a little clean. So here is El Toro. Just remember, I'm going to focus on the side of the truck here, and we're going to see if it can get a little cleaner as he goes down in. And actually, it got a lot cleaner, as you can see it under the water. Yeah, so I mean, it's not that bad. I mean, yellow, it's kind of hard to see on these, but you can definitely see right when I dunk the truck in, you can just look at the flames right there. The truck is definitely a lot cleaner. So yellow, not that bad. I'm waiting on higher education because I really want to see how that truck looks. Alright guys, so here is higher education. Now this one's been soaking for a little longer. Now the reason why I did that was because I couldn't really see any difference on this truck. And since it is a little bit of a darker shade of yellow compared to El Toro, I want to see if it can really soak up a little more. Now, the one thing I noticed is where it does say higher education, it did get a little bit of dirt right there. You can really see it on the back of the bus here with the taillights and everything. You can really see it on the back door. Obviously, there's going to be none on the roof, but you can see it on the Monster Jam logo, higher education, and is there any on the front? There should be, right? Yeah, there's a little bit on the front. None on the stop sign because that's a plastic insert, but right here on the grill and everything, you can really see it up on the pillars right here as well. So kind of interesting. Now, this truck is a darker yellow, so that's leaving me to believe it's going to be a little harder to see it. Now, I'm going to try my best here to get the best view with this truck. Now, I'm going to do the side like El Toro here, and we're going to dump him in. Let me just adjust the camera. There we go. Hopefully that helps. And now, it might be a little harder to see, but let's see. I mean, you can definitely tell a difference on the back door right there when it's in the water. You can definitely see the grill is a lot cleaner now. So I would say for higher education, the best part of viewing it would be the front of the truck, definitely by the grill and definitely by the back door. The sides, it's kind of hard to tell unless you know where it's going to change. That's going to wrap it up for these two trucks. I just want to say that I love that higher education casting. Spinmaster, you did a great job on that. And as the first two trucks to really get released as trucks that were yellow to do this, I think they did a good job. You can definitely tell the front on higher education and everything in the back. The sides are but you can see it's there. And I think with El Toro, you definitely were able to see it on the side of the truck. So good job on the yellow truck, Spinmaster. I know you guys had to cancel one set or two trucks from last year, but I'm glad to see you guys bounce back in a pretty strong way with yellow painted trucks. And the third to last pack, how I'm reviewing this, and the reason why I'm putting this pack before the Mohawk Warrior and Whiplash pack is because I feel like those two trucks aren't going to look that great on Dirty to Clean. But however, I just want to say it's nice to see another Alien Invasion. It's also nice to see Gravedigger. And I actually really love the rims that this Gravedigger is on. I really like them. They look really good. So here it is. This is another time that we're seeing Gravedigger. First time we're seeing Alien Invasion in a decent amount of time, I believe. I really can't think if we had a singles one this year. But I think we had the Gears and Galaxy, and that was like basically it. So with that being said, let's open the third pack for Series 15. And here they are, the Series 15 Dirty to Clean, Alien Invasion, and Gravedigger. So Gravedigger is the only truck in this set or series or mix that has a different color roll cage. Of course, it is green. It is the normal Gravedigger chassis and roll cage. And these trucks do have both a brown chassis, or yeah, dirty brown chassis, which every truck in this mix does have. I believe every single truck that has a dirty and clean setup has that. And as you look at these trucks, they don't look that dirty yet. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to dunk them into some cold water. And first, I really want to look at higher education, because I believe this truck, it's really going to show. So you can see a little bit of the dirt by the Monster Jam logo. Obviously, it's warm in the house, so you're not going to see it as good. But I feel like higher education. I feel like Alien Invasion's really going to look good dirty. So taking a nice look at this truck. I mean, we haven't seen Alien Invasion that much, so kind of interesting that it took a while for it to actually show up, but we're going to dunk him right into the ice-cold water, and hopefully he'll get a little dirty. Now, with Gravedigger, obviously Gravedigger, this thing is, it looks good. You can really see on the flames where the truck's going to get dirty. Now, last year, this was one of the first trucks released for Dirty to Clean, and it looked really good. So it's going to be interesting to see if I can find the Dirty to Clean truck from last year and maybe compare it. I mean, it might be the same exact paint, it might be the same exact spots, but that's okay. And I really, really love these rims and tire combination that this truck came with. These look amazing. I don't know, it's just something about that color and something about that gray rim. But with that being said, let's drop this guy into the cold water with Alien Invasion, wait 10 minutes, and see what happens. Alright guys, so Alien Invasion has been soaking for about 15 minutes or so. We decided to take him out and take a closer look at this. Now this truck is silver, and I thought the dirt would make it pop on the sides, kind of like it did for the Dalmatian truck and basically all the dog trucks that have white in it. But as you can tell where it says Alien Invasion, the truck is dirty, but it's like a different kind of dirt. It looks like it's kind of like airbrushed on or kind of smeared, and it's a little on the front as well. You can see in the headlights, basically on the sides, but the main part of this is definitely on the sides right here, and that's kind of weird. I wonder why it doesn't look like the normal dirt on it, like it's been smeared or something happened to it. But kind of interesting here. So what I'm going to do, same thing like the other trucks. Now, there is dirt on the back too, if you can see it, where it's kind of like that dark, kind of pinkish color. It's like a pinkish dirt color, which is kind of odd. But yeah, it kind of looks like it's smeared or melted. Kind of odd right there. So we're going to move him out of the way. We got the hot water right here. And Alien Invasion, it's a nice truck. I feel like this one would show the dirt very well, but for some reason, I don't know if the dirt's just kind of, it melted or something. As you can see, if you stare at where it says Alien Invasion, when the truck goes down and in, now it's really clean. So kind of interesting. I wonder if it's just maybe a default or something wrong in the paint on this one. But you can definitely tell the truck is a lot cleaner under the water. The front of the truck looks very clean. Both sides down by the Monster Jam logo is very clean as well. And flipping the truck over to see the tailgate on the back, it looks clean as well. So it did look dirty. I mean, the dirt looked kind of weird, to be honest, but it does look clean underneath the water, and it does work, so kind of interesting. Alright, and here is his partner, Gravedigger. Now, Gravedigger looks kind of odd to me. So it's definitely dirty on the flames. You can see it on the flames and on the fenders. You can actually see the bubbles in the paint to where it's going to change. And it's odd because it's there, but it's kind of like Alien Invasion. So I wonder if this pack was just like a defect or something to where it's not really dirty, but it's there. You can kind of see it. It's hard to tell. Now, I did put this in ice cold water for about 15 minutes or so, and you can really see it on the flames. It's kind of hard to see it on the graveyard and basically Grimm's face in the church, or whatever you want to call it right there. But it is there. There is some right here as well on the back of the truck. It's just really hard to tell. So I wonder if maybe this was like a default pack, but it's okay nonetheless. Let's see what's going to put it in the hot water here. This water is like really hot, and we're going to aim it down now. How I'm going to do Gravedigger, I'm going to do them by the flames. So let's see. Maybe those flames will get a little cleaner. And they actually did. You can see it with the pinstripe. The truck did get a lot cleaner here. With that guy soak for a moment. Aim the camera down so you guys can see. And yeah, so the flames are a lot cleaner underneath the water. The side of the truck, it's there, but it's not that dirty, which is kind of odd. I think the first Gravedigger actually did it a lot better. Unless this one's just a default. I mean, you can kind of tell now. The back of the truck is clean. Very interesting, but honestly not that bad, not that bad at all. I mean, you saw the dirt on the flames, you saw it on the pinstripe and the headlights, but the sides of the truck was pretty questionable. Now let's move on to the final pack in this mix. Alright guys, so here it is, the final two trucks in Mix 15 of the Dirty to Clean. It's none other than Mohawk Warrior and Whiplash, and the reason why I saved this pack for last is because I honestly don't think the dirt is going to show up on Mohawk Warrior that great. It might show up on Whiplash pretty good, but I don't know. So as you guys know, sitting in a warm house and everything with these trucks kind of next to the heater, it's making the dirt go off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to crack these guys open. Looking at the package for the final time, there it is, Mix 15. I'm going to have these guys soak in some ice cold water for a little bit, for about 10 minutes, and I shall bring them back in here once they are soaked. So here are the trucks right out of the box. They don't have any dirt on them because they've been kind of sitting in a warm environment. But what we're going to do is just, I mean, there's really not much difference on them compared to their single counterparts. Other than that, you can kind of see where the dirt's going to go on Mohawk here on the hood. The truck does look pretty good. It would have been cool if they could make the Mohawk dirty, but they can't do that with a plastic insert. But the truck looks pretty good. I mean, it reminds me of the Mix 16 Mohawk Warrior. Actually, no, not Mix 16. Mix 9, when that was a thing. I know a lot of you guys don't want to see any more Mix 9. And then you got Whiplash right here, which both these trucks were actually a Team Gear truck. And I don't really think they got their singles released besides that. I mean, we may have gotten the Mohawk Warrior, we may have gotten the Whiplash, but I can't remember off the top of my head. It's been so long since I really looked at all the mixes. But with that being said, let's drop these guys in some cold water and see what happens. Alright, so we had both trucks soaked for about 15 minutes or so, and I really like the way Whiplash came out. So here is Whiplash. Now, the truck is that sky kind of baby blue, and it really shows the dirt really nice on the side of the truck. As you see with the W logo, it's all dirty. The truck looks really nice dirty. On the front, it's nice and dirty, even on the headlights and everything. So they did a great job with Whiplash here, and it's kind of, I would say it's a little expected because the truck is such a bright color. And like I've been saying in every video with these, I really think the bright trucks, it's the way to go. You even have some dirt on the stable bar right here, which is pretty funny that it's on that. You have no dirt on the roof, which is typical. And you do have some dirt on the pillars as well. So that's pretty nice that they had some dirt in some higher places too. Above the door, on the door frame. There's a little bit on the hood, not much, but it also could be my eyes playing tricks on me with the brown logo there. There is dirt on the fenders, and it's pretty nice, pretty decently looking for Whiplash here. So now we got some boiling hot water that we just got, and we're going to dip Whiplash into it and see how clean the truck gets. Now, the best part and the part of this truck that sticks out to me is definitely the side. So here we go. As you see how dirty it is with the Whiplash logo, the truck goes in, and look at that. It is baby blue, very clean. Headlights don't have any dirt on them. Wow, that looks great. Whiplash, this one really came out well. This looks really nice as I try to spin it around to see the tailgate. Truck looks brand new. Brand new, like it was never even there. And look at that, even on the pillar where the dirt was, that's all gone to. Above the door frame, you can actually see the bubble where the dirt would be. So very nicely done on Whiplash here. And the very last truck for Mix 15 Dirty to Clean, here is Mohawk. Now I had this truck sitting there a little longer because the truck is black, and if you watch my review with the two other black trucks, Soldier Fortune and Max D, it was kind of hard to see, but I think they did good with this. So here is Mohawk, and you can tell right off the bat on the front, the grill, all that on the headlights, that is completely dirty. It is covered in dust, so they did a really good job with that. Looking at the side of the truck, there is dirt there. If you look on the side of the face, there is dirt. The truck is dirty, so I do like that as well. And then looking at the back of the truck, if you look where it says Great Clips and Mohawk Warrior, because those are light white lettering, the truck does have dirt there as well. So this truck is purely black, and I think it looks a little better than the Max D and Soldier Fortune. So not bad at all. So take a good look at the front of the truck. There is a little bit of dirt on the hood, not much. The sides really show it. But what I'm going to try to do with Mohawk Warrior is the same thing I did with Gravedigger, because you can really see the dirt on the front of the truck and the grill. So let's see if I can angle this truck into the water here. I might have to bring up the camera a little bit. So you do see the headlights, you do see all that. Let's see what happens when we drop it in. Yeah, that's a big difference. Wow. Alright, cool. Good work with that. That is really, really nice right there. And now the side of the truck, you can actually see the Mohawk Warrior logo and the side where it says Monster Jam, and even the guy's mouth, it's not dirty anymore. On the back, you can see the Mohawk Warrior and read Great Clips without it being dirty or dusty. And wow, they actually did a really good job. I think they did a better job with this truck compared to the Max D and the Soldier Fortune. Not bad. So one thing I wanted to do before I give my final thoughts is I just wanted to redo Alien Invasion and Gravedigger, because I feel like they didn't really have the dirt. However, I did have these guys soaking in the water for about 24 minutes, and they did actually get a little more dirtier. As I'm going to dump Alien Invasion in, and it might be kind of hard to see, but it's all over where it says Alien Invasion. I mean, I don't know, it looks like it's smeared to me. I mean, you see how much the truck cleans up once it's in the water. And then for Gravedigger here, I did let the truck soak in the water a little longer, and you can definitely see there's a lot more dirt on the hood of Gravedigger, and also by the graveyard and everything as well. So what I want to do is I just want to redunk him and just get like a better view on that, because I feel like these ones weren't as dirty, or it was just like a default pack. As you see, once the pinstripe goes in, you can actually see the change right there. So it is a little hard to tell. Let me just see the grave over the side. I mean, it's there. Maybe I didn't have them soaking in cold water long enough. Who knows, but they do work pretty well. There it is, guys. Mix 15 of the Dirty to Clean trucks. I think it was a pretty stellar pack. I think a lot of trucks in this worked very well. Honestly, you got to give it to Spinmaster for having the two yellow trucks that were canceled last year. I mean, at least one came back. Higher Education came back, and not only that, but it came back on a brand new casting, which I love that casting. That truck, if I had to pick my favorite truck in this, it would definitely be Higher Education, because it's brand new and it's an up-to-date casting. However, since it's the whole gimmick thing of Dirty to Clean, I think the best trucks in this might be the dog trucks and maybe Mohawk Warrior, because that actually turned out very well. I did not expect that. But nonetheless, a solid mix. This mix should be in stores still. If not, it's kind of on that borderline where some stores have this mix and other stores have mix 16. So hopefully, if you guys did not find these already, you can find them. And with that being said, let me know what truck you guys like the most. Did you guys like High Education? Did you think Alien Invasion could have been better? Maybe you guys like Husky. But with that being said, guys, I'm going to wrap it up for the Dirty to Clean series for Mix 15, and I shall be back tomorrow or the next couple of days with Mix 16. So with that being said, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and I shall see you guys very soon.